What's up, everybody? Josh or Miho here. I hope everybody's doing good and well and stuff. I got an album review to do for you, and I'm going to show it to you right now. This is the debut album from the band Howling, entitled A Beast Conceived. This is released on Razorback Records. Now, if you're not too familiar with this band, they're based out of multiple parts of the USA, and the best way to describe the sound of this band would be a very old-school horror film-inspired style of death metal. I mean, really good attention to detail going on with this band's style and songwriting. This band is comprised of some pretty good, solid band members from really well-known bands within the underground death metal scene. You have the drummer of Father Befouled and Golgotha on this band. You have the bassist of Loathsome doing the vocals for this band. And you have a guy who does some really good, solid guitar work. He's been in a band called Beyond Hell. Now they've come together to create this new debut full-length entitled A Beast Conceived. It's 10 tracks. It clocks in at around 38 minutes in length. And this album did come out a couple of months ago, towards the beginning of this year. And honestly, I should have listened to this album a lot sooner, because this, to me, is probably one of the most entertaining albums I've listened to in 2013. Because this band already presents itself with its style and concept, but the way that it's delivered is just mind-blowing. You have some really natural-sounding death metal, but yeah, the way these guys do it is just superb. I love it. The thing that stands out the most to me about this record is definitely the guitar work. The guitar work and the guitar leads just sound amazing. They have an almost epic, gallant feel to them. You really understand the way the riffs are delivered and the way that they're played. Like, take the opening track, As Man Becomes Lycanthrope. Just the way the riffs are at the beginning of that song, then leading on to the more authentic sounding solos. I think it sounds great. And it's like that throughout the rest of this record. Just the way the guitar work is structured, it just sounds real. It sounds natural. It sounds beautiful. It doesn't sound over the top, but yet the way that it's played, it's just epic. That's where you pick up an almost old school heavy metal kind of feel within the guitar. It just sounds great. The bass work sounds really good. I'm really digging how the way the tone is. It has a very almost near perfect quality tone for this style of music. I think it sounds great. I want to say the track Savage Psychosis. I want to say that's the bass that you hear at the beginning of that track, but it just sounds dirty. It sounds dingy, but the way it's played is just great. I really dig this bass tone style. It's really awesome. The drums on this album, I'm loving the way the drums sound. The drums don't have an overproduced kind of feel to them. They sound natural. From the way the snare hits are to the way the way the drum beats are, it just sounds natural. It sounds real. It sounds right then and there, as if it was taped right there, you know? I don't know what I said, but just the way the drums are just sound great. They have a real natural human quality to them. Nothing too clicky or overproduced. It's just so good. It has, once again, going back to the heavy metal influences that this band has, I think it's great. And the vocals are just pure filthy and demonic. I love the vocal style. I really love how for 1 minute you have really low booming guttural vocals to more high-pitched demonic screams. I think it's great. I really dig that kind of vocal style. Even when the two vocal styles are layered together, I think that vocal style works tremendously. And going back to the fact that this band is inspired by classic horror films, every song on this album is based upon some sort of horror film. I mean, like I mentioned, the opening track, As Man Becomes Lycanthrope, it's based upon, obviously, The Howling, classic horror film from the 80s. But then you have songs that are based upon more obscure horror films like The Fog or Tourist Trap or even The Beast Within. Even to the closing moments of this record, when you have songs like Vengeance Unearthed and When the Hills Run Red. Those happen to be two of my favorite tracks on this record because they are inspired by films like Pumpkinhead and Halloween 3 Season of the Witch, respectively. I think it's beyond amazing and entertaining, the fact that they pay attention to detail and show respect to classic horror films. I think that's pretty badass. So, overall, if you're a fan of horror-inspired metal or classic death metal, old school metal, Howling is a band to definitely be on the lookout for. Some very, very entertaining stuff, and I had a great time listening to it. So, if I had to pick any favorite tracks, I would definitely have to say As Man Becomes Lycanthrope, Six Souls for the Witching Hour, some great guitar work going on with that track, Savage Psychosis, and A Night in the Crypt. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave you some links in the description box as to how you can be able to hear this, get a hold of it. We'll leave you a link to their Bandcamp where you can stream this album, hear it for yourself, buy it digitally if you want to. Also to their web store where you can buy it from them directly, purchase it from them. I bought this album from the record label, Razorback. They also carry it too. And another little fun thing, most of these copies come with this little card promotional thing, where if you happen to fold it up in a certain way, it's very reminiscent of a VHS tape. Old school tape, VHS, band name, barcode on the back, description, rating. Yeah, it's awesome. I really dig that they did that. And yeah, I'm going to show you the album again. This is A Beast Conceived by Howling. This is released on Razorback Records. Support this band. I'm going to give this a very strong 8.5 out of 10. Awesome, awesome horror-inspired death metal. Check out Howling. I'm going to conclude this review. Thanks a lot for watching. Thanks for checking out my channel. Until the next time, Army Ho out.